Hello guys! In this video, you'll learn how to use a formula in the mapping. Introduction. This video explains what formula is and why we need it. The formula is a complex mapping rule. For example, a combination of source fields or a combination of functions and source fields mapped to one subject field. We can do formula mapping using different functions. In this video, I demonstrate how to use a formula in mapping. I use Postman as an example to call SKYVVA for integrate and seamlessly push data to Salesforce. If you would like to learn how to send data to Salesforce by calling the SKYVVA for integrate API, be sure to check out another video on our SKYVVA YouTube channel. Here, I have my existing inbound interface that I use in this video. You can see that the source target name is the contact object because, in this case, we have sent records via the SKYVVA for integrate API to Salesforce and used the mapping to transform the data with SKYVVA formulas in the SKYVVA mapping tool. You can see that I have already linked the message type with the interface. Now click on Open Mapping. Here, the source side is derived from the message type, and the target side is the contact subject. Now we need to map the contact node from the source side to the contact node on the target side, and then map the fields one by one. Now map the function from the source side to the email field on the target side to apply the formula. You can set the condition on any other field based on your needs, but in my example, I am applying the condition to the email field. You will see this pop-up screen. The formula is a complex mapping rule. For example, a combination of source fields or a combination of functions and source fields mapped to one subject field. We can do formula mapping using different functions. The SKYVVA formula supports many functions based on the user's requirements. The functions we support include Apex class, concat, if, VLOOKUP, and more. In this video, we explain the concat and if functions for Apex class function, and the VLOOKUP function is an advanced formula function, which we cover in another video on the SKYVVA YouTube channel. Please check it out. Now select the if function. Then click on Insert Selected Function. If is one of the formulas to use in mapping. If function is used to test for or evaluate certain conditions, and then react differently depending on whether the test was true or false. The if function can perform a logical test and return one value for a true result and another for a false result. You can use it to test for specific conditions or more than one. Here the syntax of the if formula function. For logical underscore test, this is the condition you want to check. It must return true or false. For value underscore if underscore true, this is what the function returns if the condition is true. Can be number, text, formula, or another function. For value underscore if underscore false, this is what the function returns if the condition is false. Also can be number, text, formula, or another function. Now, let's look at the formula. In my use case, I use three formula functions including if, isNull, and concat, that are combined with each other, but I want to focus only on the if formula. In this case, I want to set a condition where if the email is null, the condition is considered true, and it will return this value. I use the concat formula to combine the last name with a string value to return when the condition is true. But if the email condition is not null, it will return the email that we have in the payload. Now go to Postman to see the record. Here you can see two records that we want to send to Salesforce. You can see that the first record for the email field is not null, and the second record for the email field is null. Based on the condition we defined in the formula, when the processing starts, we expect that the first record does not match the condition, so it will return this email. But if you look at the second record, the email field is null, which matches the condition, so we expect it to return the value in the first name field combined with the string value defined in the formula. Now back to the mapping screen. After making sure your formula is correct, click on Apply. Then define an external key, and then click Save. Now we need to do the processing. Go back to Postman. Click on Send to start the processing. Here you can see the message status, and the processing is successful, and the message comment. Creation of contact. Now, go to the Message Monitor tab to check the message. Click the Apply Filter button. Here, you can see that one complete message has been created. You can see that 2 contacts have been created. Now let's see. See? This contact matches the condition. You can see that the email field contains a value that is combined from the last name and the string value. Now, let's see another record. This record does not match the condition in the formula. As you can see, it returns the value email from the payload. After finishing with the if formula function, now I want to show it with the concat formula function. Now go to the mapping screen. Let's map the same as I showed early. Now map function from the source side to description of the target side. Choose the concat function, and then click on Insert Selected Function. The concat function combines multiple pieces of text into one continuous string. We use concat because in many situations we need to combine pieces of information into one readable text string. Without it, you'd have separate cells or values that are hard to interpret. Here's the syntax of the concat function. Now, let's do the formula. In my use case, I want to combine the values in first name MT and last name MT in Postman using the concat formula function. Now go to the Postman. You can see that the first name MT has the values test01 and the last name MT has the value customer. Now go to the mapping screen. Make sure your formula is correct.
Click on Apply.
Define an external key and click on Save. Now go to the Postman to do the processing. Click Send. Here you can see the message status, and the processing is successful, and the message comment. Creation of contact. Now, go to the Message Monitor tab to check the message. Click the Apply Filter button. Here, you can see that one complete message has been created. Based on the condition defined in the formula, we expect to retrieve multiple values from first name MT and last name MT, which will be returned in the description field of the contact. Now, let's see. Here, you can see that we received multiple values as expected. With the concat function, you can set conditions and combine field values based on your requirements.
Summary.
In this video, you'll learn how to use formulas in SKYVVA mapping to manipulate and transform data when sending records to Salesforce using SKYVVA for Integrate API. Formulas are complex mapping rules that can combine source fields or functions to populate a single target field. Using a practical example with the contact object, the video demonstrates how to apply formula functions like IF and CONCAT. The IF function evaluates a condition and returns different values for true or false, while CONCAT combines multiple field values into a single string. This video provides a clear, hands-on explanation of using formula functions in mapping to customize data integration workflows efficiently. Thanks for visiting our YouTube channel. See you in the next video.